everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Jennifer, and today we're going to be doing a quick and easy one and done kind of look. I've been talking to a lot of you about kind of what your recent habits have been in makeup, and I get that a lot of us are doing a lot less makeup these days for obvious reasons. So, headband first. I'm gonna use just a few products and we're gonna make this like a simple, easy, one and done kind of look, but still really pretty. And we're gonna be using Chanel and Tom Ford and Charlotte Tilbury, you know, all the good stuff. I'm also gonna be trying out a new foundation. This is the It Cosmetics Your Skin But Better foundation that has skincare in it. I've heard good things. I don't know if this is gonna be a good color match or not. We'll find out. I have it in shade Nothing. I have no idea. Light Cool 20. Yeah, in these days when we're not actually talking to people, it's so hard to tell what your shade is gonna be. You know, there's color matching and all that great stuff, but let's be honest, guys. I mean, that only works, what, 60% of the time if you're lucky? I mean, it's so hard, and I know that, which is why that's why I did that foundation video for all of you, so you could kind of see where I am in all those different foundations, what shades I wear. If you're anything close to me or similar, you could probably get a pretty good idea. I will admit, I'm pretty pale. There's not that many people out there that are as pale as I am, but it does give you a baseline. So I'm using the BK Beauty 101 foundation brush. Pretty good color match. Maybe a little light, like tad light, but nothing terrible. We'll just put a little bit here, and I'll go over that with a sponge really quickly. Okay, so you can see it's a little light because my skin looks a little canceled out, but yeah, we'll warm it up a little bit. So I did say it was gonna be a quick and easy, one and done kind of look. So I'm not gonna do my normal brow pencil routine. Usually what I do is I use the Gucci brow pencil. I pencil in my brows. I put on a little bit of clear gel. Today we're going to use the Tom Ford Fiber Brow Gel. They don't actually have this in an auburn shade. They have it in Chestnut, which is a warm brown. And I'll show you what I do with this to get a quick and easy brow look. Now, if you're looking for like a really dramatic brow, this isn't going to do it for you. But if you're doing, like I said, a one and done, quick kind of easy, Zoom call kind of look, or running out you know, to like a meeting with a mask on. So what I do is I go up with it in the direction that my brows grow, and I turn the spoolie as I do it. Then I go down with it, and I don't put it back in or anything. And I try to be careful because I don't want to get the color too outside of the eyebrow area. And then I will sweep back up like that. It's pretty easy to do. This product is actually a really good eyebrow brow gel product. It is it's actually the only one I use consistently. I use, as you guys know, the Gucci brow pencil. Before that, I was using the Anastasia, the ABH brow pencil, which I do love. It's my original love, and I will stay loyal to it to a certain extent because they had auburn long before anyone else had auburn. So I owe them that. But the Gucci is definitely my new favorite. So I let that sit for a minute because at the moment it looks like a little too, you could leave them this way. There's like a style that they're just left this way. It's just a little too spiky for me. So what I actually do is I take a Q-tip and I just run it along the top of my brows and down. And I'll be honest, when I'm running out the door, I don't take this much, you know, I'm not as careful, but and just go underneath to make sure there's no, you know, stray color. Do the same thing on the other side. And there you go. Quick, easy brows. I'm not gonna say they're as perfect and as well done as if you stroke on each hair and you go through the powder. They're not. This is a quick, easy, one and done kind of look, and they look, I think, pretty good. Not perfect, but pretty good. All right, the second thing is the Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Film Star Bronze and Glow. This was the product that got me started on Charlotte Tilbury, I don't even know how many years ago, a very long time ago. And I think it's come out in deeper shades since I originally bought it. This is the first one, the original one. And this is great for your, quick, easy, one and done kind of look because you have your bronzer and your highlighter in one. So I go in with my big Tom Ford fluffy brush and I warm up my skin. And I'm not being particularly careful, like I'm not contouring my face or anything. I'm just going into the lines of my face. Yes, I am following the contours of my face, but really because I have this big fluffy brush, the purpose of this is to warm up my skin, to make me look a little less, and to give my face, some contour. That's really, it's very, very simple. It's not a complicated look, guys. Just don't overthink it. Just you're gonna do something easy. This is what you want. Then I take my, and I never get the name right, it's the Sonia G Indoshige, I don't even know, Shiggy brush. It's like a big pointed fluffy brush. And I take that and I put it into the highlight part. Okay, Jen, mirror's here. Alrighty, all right. And then literally just kind of brush that up into my temples. It's not a super, super blingy highlight. So I feel a little bit more comfortable kind of just putting it on different parts of my face, just getting some light in here. Literally all over. Now, if I was really like running around, then I wouldn't even touch it after that. I don't generally need powder. My skin is very dry, so I can just leave it. Sometimes when I have more time or I want to be a little bit more together, I take my Sonia G Face One and I just buff this out. Now, if you're an oilier person, then I would take a powder and make sure you buff out with powder. But again, I don't have that problem, so I don't need to do that. When I'm doing my one and done look, I don't use blush. And the reason I don't use blush is I have a rosy glow to my face, so if I'm going to leave anything out, I leave out blush. I'm not telling you to leave out blush. I'm just saying I leave out blush. So what I usually do, because again, trying to do a one and done easy, I go back into my bronzer and I just kind of put it like where you'd put blush. And because this particular bronzer works like for my coloring, I can just kind of do it like that. And it gives a warmth to the cheeks. It kind of gives it a little bit of a pinky look. It would work really well with Gucci. In fact, I do that with the Gucci bronzer all the time. And then I'm done. That's it for the face. I don't do anything else. I really feel like it's enough that my face looks finished and together and pretty, but again, not, if I were to do this at home, this whole thing would take me maybe 10 minutes. Probably not even that long, guys, because I rushed through a lot of this. All right, so the next thing is the well, actually I'll do them together. So there are two products. One is the Chanel, and this is their electric brown eyeshadow. That's what it looks like. There's the pencil. And it's funny because Abby Bliss White actually did the same combo, not the whole combo, but the same eye combo that I'm about to do. So obviously it's popular with a lot of people. I used in one of my other videos, and I've forgotten which one, the Chanel Cream eyeshadow. I think I did it in Mirage. This is New Moon, and they're just like little pots of cream eyeshadow. And I'll show you this on my hand. I think these are being discontinued. I could be wrong. I'm not sure. But I heard something like that. That's the shade. It's really pretty. It's got like, it's like a pinky, it's like a rose bronze kind of shade. So what I do is I just go in with the liner, and I go in with the liner first for a reason. I'll show you in a second. And I did this with the boy liner, the kohl liner from Chanel as well. And I kind of like smoke it out a little bit. This is the Sonia G pencil one. Now with the boy liner, I smoked it into the entire eyelid and made it a base. I'm not doing that here. I'm just smoking it out like that. And then I put on the little pot. Now, the little pot, you can use your fingers. It also comes with this tiny little brush, I'll show you. I'm kind of mushing it into the pan here. So if you use the tiny little brush, I'm not gonna say it's the worst brush. It's not the worst brush. It's not a great brush, but I mean, you know, it could absolutely be worse. I'm not gonna pick on it. Okay, so that's the look that you get. And the reason I like to put the liner on first is because I don't want it to be a harsh transition. I don't want it to show up like it's over this, because I really like this to be, like I said, one and done, very easy, very clear. You can do this without, use this finger on this eye. You can do this without liner, guys, absolutely. I mean, that's a true one and done. No liner, no anything. And this will work just fine. I'll put a little on the other eye with my finger. You'll see it's a little more opaque, but these aren't meant to be like super opaque. And then I'll just take the brush over here and just kind of brush it into the areas that are a little harder to get to with my finger. I have pretty small hands, but still, you know, getting into your eye areas is pretty close. All right. So I usually then just curl my lashes, which I'll do really quickly. I brought you in a little closer so you can see. So I curl my lashes, and then I take the Chantecaille mascara. This is a great mascara, but you don't have to wear mascara. If you're really doing a true one and done, you don't have to wear it. But I do like to put on just a little bit, because I feel like this mascara is a conditioning mascara. It helps your eyelashes. It actually helps them grow. And it's not an overwhelming look. I don't put on, you know, a couple coats. I'm doing this real time for you guys, so you can see it gives good coverage and good length pretty quickly. And again, if you're doing, you know, a one and done kind of thing, you're not looking for something that's gonna take a very long time. So I'm showing you right now how much it takes to get just a nice look. Simple, easy, pretty look. Didn't take long at all. Then I'm gonna go in with this is one of my new favorites. It's the Tom Ford Ultra Shine Lip Color. I have to look down to read this because I forget things. This is the Nubile, and you know, Tom Ford has this type of glossy lip. There's also the lip balms if you want even less. Just depends on what you're looking for. This one has a little bit more color, so there's a little bit more pigment to it. Okay, one and done, easy, right? Didn't take that much time. We used a minimum of product, and you could cut it down even more than I did. Let's say you're really like, you've got 5 minutes. You put on some tinted moisturizer or foundation like I did, just because I wanted to try out the new It. Usually I would use like my La Mer tinted moisturizer. Throw that on, take on something like the New Moon, put it on your eyes, you know, just use your finger, put it on. Curl your lashes, put on a little bit of mascara, a lip balm, and run out the door. So you could use even less, but I wanted to give you some options because I know a lot of times you want a quote full face, but you don't want to spend the time on it. And there are products like these that work pretty quickly. Tinted moisturizer is great because you can use your fingers and you can literally just throw it all over your face. You don't have to really look in a mirror in case, you know, you get it a little off. It's not that big of a deal because the coverage, you won't notice where there's not a lot of coverage and where there is. These types of creams are easy to use because again, you can use your fingers and they have a sheer kind of coverage. You can kind of see on my eyes. They're very pretty. It's a beautiful look, but you know, it's not overwhelming. I used the electric brown liner. I didn't put anything on my lower lash line. I don't have mascara there. You could put this liner underneath your eye. You could put mascara on the bottom lash line. I didn't do any of that. And then the Charlotte Tilbury is great because it's just, it's simple. And basically I'm using it as a bronzer, contour, blush, and highlighter. So if you can find something like this, and there's other kits as well that have like all four in literally one. Easy to, you could just swirl them around and put the different ones on your face if you want to. It's easy to do. And you can skip that step too. If you're just looking for a little bit more finish, I would, just say, just pick one or two of these things or two or three of these things in the combination that works for you. For me, I notice that I look more pulled together and more awake when I have mascara on and when I have my eyebrows done. I would rather go out with my eyebrows done and mascara and nothing else, but that works for me. Other people, you know, do not really like their skin. They feel like they need to put more coverage on, so that's their one and done. Others will not go out without lipstick. You get the picture. So this is just a, you know, example of something that you can do that I think you can pull together. These products are all ones that I absolutely stand by and love. And so I think they're all available. I'm just double checking. Yeah, they're all available right now. So you can go out and purchase them if you want to. Thanks so much for joining me today, guys. I really appreciate it. Hope to see you in another video really soon.